After visiting Washington State's Tri-Cities area and the B reactor of the Hanford site, where the first full production of plutonium in human history that was used for nuclear bomb took place, our adventure continues as we head back towards the west and visit a place that does look like a city from the Old West en route.
Alright folks, right now I just got into Yakima. So Yakima is a major city here in central Washington, and the Yakima Valley area is famous for its apple production. It's one of the largest producers of apples in the United States. And of course I'm gonna take a look. This appears to be a very lovely city, and let's see what we'll find here.
Well, the reality is not so much to see. However, upon a closer look, we're able to have a sneak peek at what this city might have been looked like back in the days. An old train station that doesn't receive trains anymore, old factories and warehouses that now store goods made from elsewhere, probably overseas, and empty streets that were designed for a bustling city where people should have been everywhere. Gosh, Yakima would have been a more fun city back in the days than what it is now. To some extent, today's Yakima does resemble a miniature of USA, old and tired, but you can still find glories of the past in every corner. Oh, maybe it's time we make places like Yakima and the entire USA great again. We're going to bring this amazing place and beautiful place. By the way, can I even say the word beautiful nowadays? The whole point is, we're going to bring Yakima back to its golden age like once upon a time. It'll be so fantastic that you won't believe it. The truth is, if you want to bring a city or a country just to its former glory, like how it was like in the early 1900s, you still won't stand a chance against the likes of Dubai or Shanghai. All I want to say is, good luck. If you think Tri-Cities and Hanford are too far, the surrounding areas of Yakima should also give you a taste of central Washington, which is relatively closer to the Pacific coast. Continue west. The towering Cascade Mountain Range once again appeared. Our next destination is about a 3-hour drive on the other side of the Cascade Mountains. In fact, where we're going is a gateway for yet another towering mountain range beyond the Cascade Mountain Range further to the west. Yep, we're going to Olympia, Washington.
Alright folks, I just got into Olympia. So Olympia is the capital city of Washington State, and of course the building behind me, that's the Washington State Capitol building. So that's where the legislative branch of the Washington State is located. Yeah, and I would say that parking is really an issue here in Olympia, because in the downtown area, pretty much everywhere you park, you have to pay. And the worst part about it is that, well, the downtown neighborhood is really shady and there isn't really anything to do. So if I were to pay and then leave my car just in a shady place like that, I wouldn't feel safe to do so. And so now you have two choices, and the first one is right here at the Capitol building, which is pretty much the only attraction here in Olympia. There are visitor parkings you can take advantage of, and it's paid parking, but I don't think it's gonna break your bank or anything, because, well, since you are paying for parking elsewhere in downtown area anyways. Or what you can do is, the second choice is, like me, you can park at the Heritage Park. So this park is located on the other end of the city, but you get to walk into a very nice park all the way to the Washington State Capitol building, and that walk takes about 20 minutes in the really nice and beautiful park. And I think 2 hours probably will be enough for just visiting the only attraction here, Olympia, plus maybe take a peek through the downtown, which by the way, I don't think there's really anything, because I literally drove through most of the streets there and it's not in the best shape in compared to other cities in Washington. I feel much safer in Bellingham or Yakima or Spokane, but yeah, not Olympia, unfortunately. But anyway, since we're here, why don't we go into the state capitol building and take a look.
The Washington State Capitol building was built between 1922 and 1928. It has one of the tallest self-supporting masonry domes anywhere in the world. It is the political center of Washington State, US's 42nd state that joined the Union in 1889. The state was originally a part of the Oregon Country, just like its modern-day neighbors, Oregon, Idaho, and British Columbia. It became an independent U.S. territory in 1853 and was named after the first president of the United States, George Washington, who, by the way, had never set foot on anywhere of today's Washington state while he was alive. Inside this impressive building, you'll find Washington State's House of Representatives, the State Senate Chamber, and the Governor's Office. There are also free tours you can participate and visit some of the areas that otherwise wouldn't be available for self-guided visitors like myself.
Yeah, one thing I really like about this building is despite it's pretty hot outside, it appears to be very cool. So I'm not sure if that's actually due to the structure or there's air conditioning here. So if you know the answer, please leave a comment and let me know. But otherwise, it's always good to take a break from the heat.
The surrounding areas of the Washington State Capitol building are also equally interesting, where you will find the state's Supreme Court, a Sunken Garden, a monument also known as Winged Victory commemorating those who sacrificed for America during the nation's 1.5 year involvement in World War I. And a much simpler and smaller scale memorial dedicated to the fallen soldiers of World War II, an event the United States was more deeply involved and saw a much more significant scale of sacrifice in compared to World War I. The pure juxtaposition of the two memorials just tell us how understandings of those in power who commissioned these memorials changed over the years. You just don't glorify war, pain, and tragedies. Because when people suffer, there are no winners, regardless of whom the goddess of victory sides with. In the back of the Washington State Capitol building, there is a time capsule for future Washingtonians. It is scheduled to be opened in year 2389, 400 years after it was originally set up in 1989. A lot of things have already changed since then, and if we look back 400 years from now, the people who lived here would probably have no idea what a United States of America is. Chances are they also didn't speak English, and this place was not even called Olympia. Olympia was named after the Olympic Mountains nearby, because of the city's location where the Olympic Mountains can be seen. Well, The wildfire situation in the region made the sky pretty hazy, so no views of the Olympic Mountains from Olympia this time. Hint, that's where we're heading next. After visiting the Washington State Capitol, there was still some time left for the 2-hour parking limit at the Heritage Park. So I took a walk around Downtown Olympia, and here are some nice footages of the downtown area. Again, nothing much to see. Our adventure continues as we head further west and begin our journey through the Olympic Peninsula, home of the Olympic National Park. What are we going to see? Follow me to the next episode.